Hello, welcome to a video where I'm going to showcase you a very spicy pick that actually was surprisingly good. I'll show you the Pokemon and the team that I used in this local. The team that I brought is a little bit simple. So remember how Galarian, Stunfisk, Pelipper, and Venusaur used to be a thing? That's basically what I kind of built it on. Like, instead I have Shadow Excadrill, I have Mantine, and well, Venusaur is still there. I think those three combined are very good, and then I added a simple Whiscash, Charmy Core, and a Lickitung. Lickitung, a very neutral Pokemon, and covers Annihilate and Whiscash and Lantern a little bit, so it's what I wanted with that. In hindsight, I realized my team is not great against Skarmory, but the coverage of Excadrill can fight back against anything. You'll see that Driron does a massive amount of damage on even in some of its worst matchups. It's a very strong, it has very strong damage output, a really good resist, a really good typing, right, with Steel and Ground. Yeah, like with a shield advantage, you can even beat Whiscash, so pretty cool. Let's take a look at these battles. My first battle is against El Praino. I know him for a while, and he has an interesting team here with Noctowl. I cannot lose this team. I am definitely the #1 person to celebrate Noctowl's death in the Open Great League meta, and now it's here again. It doesn't look that great into my team though, but it does counter Lickitung well, and it keeps Venusaur in check. So a little bit unfortunate that he got a Core Breaker for those two. I have some really good Lantern answers, but he probably must kind of bring it, because my Skarmory has very good play against 5 out of 6 here, and my Mantine's also quite good, so I need to align well. That's my goal. The Goodra is a little bit unchecked, but this is one of my better answers against the Goodra. Goodra is a little bit bulky, but his charge attacks aren't that great, so Ice Beam won't knock it out just yet. I'm actually just going to go straight for it. My plan actually was to switch out of this at some point, but he lets it go, and that's super effective damage, so that does a lot. And at this point, I'm like, well, I don't want to shield this. A Shadow Ball would do more of this Annihilate in the back, but now I'm so low at this point. I probably should have swapped into Lickitung already. This is not great. Now Lantern comes in, I store an Area Ace, swap into Lickitung. And he makes a very smart move here. Because he's not swapping out immediately, he's storing up energy. That will be very useful for my Excadrill later. This play that I make here is not the greatest, because if there's an Annihilate in the back, I kind of need to store this energy. There's nothing that he really has that can take all the energy from Lickitung otherwise, other than like Noctowl. Not going for a bait here. Probably should have baited at this point, because he's very likely to shoot. This is very low HP on all those Pokemon. He has Ice Punch as well, by the way. No Night Slash, so that's great. So if I baited, I actually would have gone to another Power Whip here, which would have been very useful, because then he may have been 2 shields down, or just very low, or knocked out. Still doesn't throw into my Mantine. And now I have my Shadow Excadrill. This is not the best showcase for it. I may have needed to let this go. This doesn't do that much damage if it's an Ice Punch bait, which it is. Now I definitely need to shield the Shadow Ball. But the thing what I'm afraid of, at this point it looks kind of difficult regardless. The counters just do too much. Lantern has so much energy. This will do so much damage. And he's almost at 2 serve as well. So at this point it was kind of just unwinnable. It actually takes me out. And yeah, not a lot of Excadrill action there. I think I just needed the Mantine a little bit more, because the Annihilate in the back was so much trouble there. It's a rough start, but we go into game number 2, where I lead my Skarmory into Noctowl. This is a great lead, and I expect him to be weak to Skarmory in the back as well. So obviously he is staying in there. Noctowl is one of his favorite Pokemon. That's why it's best buddied. Doesn't really do anything for him, but going for Shadow Ball. This is actually not the worst per se for Noctowl. Shadow Ball still hurts quite on Skarmory. I'm gonna go for Brave Bird. If he lets this go, I'm just gonna go on Lickitung to soak the damage. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to catch, but Brian is a little bit smart. He waits there. And now answers with Goodra. This is great, because if he had an Annihilate in the back, he probably would have brought it in here instead of Goodra. Goodra's not that great here with an energy disadvantage. Again, you really rely on, if your charge attacks are super effective, which is Aqua Tail and Power Whip at this point, or Goodra. It also Sludge Wave and Draco Meteor, but Brian is not running those. And then Dragon Breath's like the only thing that outputs good damage, but because he's behind, he's slow there, and yeah, it's just not happening. Aqua Tail will barely knock out here, I think. Maybe not even. I might actually hang on. Yeah, actually hang on. You see that it just doesn't have much damage output. I don't get to my body slam there, unfortunately. Gonna go into Venusaur. You might question this move, because of grass is definitely not good into the dragon, but he only has resisted charge attacks, so I can just soak it there. Don't need to shield. I'm expecting Annihilate in the back still, or it's just a worst case scenario. It's Lantern. That means this is definitely over. Lantern is going to get eaten by Venusaur here. If he were to catch a Frenzy Plant, he would still lose, because he would lose a Sky Attack, right, on Noctowl. And yeah, then I would farm him down. He doesn't catch, however. The worst thing I could have done here maybe was, you know, let him get to attack, shield it, and then he snipes me with a Sky Attack. But I just threw immediately, like there was no risk of it. Decisive game number 3. Leading Lickitung into Lickitung. This is so annoying. I usually actually win charge tech priority. But like this lead is just decisive for everything. Because if it is Lantern in the back, I need switch advantage. If he wins CMP, I cannot win the lead here. So that's a problem. I'm expecting Annihilate and Lantern in the back here, which would be horrible. We actually do get charge tech priority there, so I know I lose that. I lose this matchup, which is very unfortunate. Means I'm going to go for a power whip at the very end, so I can get a little bit more damage in. But it's just not looking great at this point. We didn't get any extra draw action last game. If there's an Annihilate in the back, we won't see a lot of it either here. It's really tough. I think extra drill's coverage is really good against Brian's team. It's just that I fear like the Annihilate every time. If it's Gudra, if it's Noctowl, I'm probably fine. Even a Bomb Snow would get iffy. So I'm going to go for Power Whip here right before his next Body Slam. This should bring him into farm down range. But I don't win switch advantage. He should be about dry of energy at this point. So I can get a nice, clean Mud Shield down on my extra drill here, which I'm going to do. And 4 Mud Shields in. I have a good energy advantage here. In comes a Bomb Snow. This is definitely Lantern in the back. But this is a problem. Look at how much those Power Snows do. Extra Drill is already very fragile, but Shadow is even more fragile. A Rock Slide will definitely take out the Bomb Snow at this range. So I'm going to shield up this Weather Ball here. He's not running Icy Wind. This Shadow as well. And I'm going to throw another one. At this point, I'm in my head, I'm thinking, I don't think I get to another one here. Or I get too low and I'm going to get sparked down. So I'm going to go and Skarmy. Hope for the best. Hope it's not Lantern. Hope it's like, for some reason, Annihilate, but it is Lantern. Gonna go for Brave Bird immediately to end my misery. Because this is over. Skarmy does not win against Lantern. The 2 flies that I have just have no play there. So even though I have 4 Lantern checks, getting Lantern on Mantine or Skarmy would be delicious. And he knows that I bring Skarmy or Mantine because both of them are so good into his team. So very smart team composition from him there. Right, if he, like, Lickitung doesn't lose a lot of leads against me. If he would lead into Skarmy, he could just stay in. A Bomb Stone in the back would be good. So yeah, kind of rough for me. Kind of rough for me. He played very well. I must say, I felt extremely disappointed after that loss. Not because, like, I lost or because it's Brian, but because it makes me feel like, you know, there's championships coming up and I would really hate to lose round 1. I mean, everyone does, obviously, but, you know, I think high on myself, and that's just not what I like to see. So, we're gonna go just pretend as if it's a loser bracket, just sweep the rest of it. My next opponent is Snail Man, a veteran. He played in many, many tournaments worldwide, and yeah, his team is quite standard. He's using the same team he used at the Europe International Championship, triple flyer, double water, and a Vigoroth. Vigoroth is quite good into my team. It's the whole reason why I don't really like running Lickitung. I don't like Skarmy either, but it just fit quite well in this team. So yeah, not sure how to tackle this, but I'm gonna bring extra drill every single time anyway, because like I can still get to a good drill run into Vigoroth. We get the Skarmory mirror here. I have a good Skarmory. Gonna go for the Brave Bird immediately because I wanted to Brave Bird and dip, but he throws as well. Interesting. And that is a Brave Bird, so maybe he had the same idea. This Brave Bird will do a lot of damage, so he's probably very inclined to shield here. He does shield it up. I'm gonna go into extra drill. He answers with the Shadow Whiscash immediately. And this is the first time I land a drill run. This is gonna do. Look at this. It puts it straight into the red. Lovely. At this point, I'm like, well, I think I can just farm down. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to farm down here. Yeah. I could have thrown there as well to get charge tech priority, get shields down maybe. But, yeah, it is what it is. That shield comes in now. I don't expect Vigoroth. He probably would have brought it in. It's a little bit more solid against extra drill. But no, he does have it in the back. And this makes my shield that I put in earlier very unfortunate because I don't get too drawn off. Look at how much that does. This Vigoroth's almost down already. But it's not looking great because I have to bring in Skarmy here. I probably should have got his Rock Slide maybe, but I don't know if that would have been the play. He has a shield advantage on his own Skarmy. I'm trying to get to a Brave Bird here. I don't get there, unfortunately, because it would have been really good chip damage that I may or may not have needed. And now it's all up to Lickitung. Maybe it didn't matter if I got the Brave Bird or not, because I would need to get to Body Slam here anyway. He's going to go for a Sky Attack first, then a Brave Bird. That at the Steel Wing should be enough to knock out the Lickitung. And even if not, then there's still that, what's called the Vigoroth. So I'm now exactly at 2 Body Slam. If he's not at the Brave Bird yet, I win this, but he's there. So, yeah, if this is Sky Attack, even then, I think I would still lose because that Vigoroth will probably counter me down. This is a Brave Bird, will knock me out, and that's a well-played game by him. In game number 2, I lead again Skarmory. Skarmory was just very solid in most of the teams. Just had a lot of play. It's obviously very risky when there's Lantern, but my Venusaur, my Whiscash, my Extra should also scare away most of the Lantern. He's going to go for the Rock Slide here immediately. If I go for Sky Attack, Vigoroth can win the 0 shields here. So, let's see if I can threaten him. He actually tries to catch on the Skarmory or just want to chip the Extra Drill. or start discard me, I'm answering with my extra drill, but it's actually not that great of an answer. It's actually not that great of an answer, because the steel wings add up, so do my mud-shots a little bit, and 2 rock slide plus mud-shot should be enough here, but this will do too much damage. I cannot take any of this. It's even a brave bird. I'm gonna go for charge sec purity, maximize my energy. That makes my extra drill very difficult to get rid of still. And he lets that go. He takes shield advantage, which is interesting. That's okay. If Vigor comes in, gets energy, but it will have to shield. In comes Wishcash, though. He wants a really big energy advantage, I guess. But it's not going to help him. I'm just going to go in Venusaur here. Now I have an energy lead on his Vigoroth because it threw a Rock Slide and swapped. Yeah, Venusaur at this point just sweeps. I guess he didn't expect it after he brought Skarmory at least once last time. But, you know, if he brings only 1 flyer out of 3, Venusaur seems quite reasonable to bring now. It's like a 50-50, honestly. And even Shadow Gligar I can still hit back pretty well. So I'm not too afraid to bring Venusaur in his matchup per se. And hopefully that scares away the Wishcash a little bit as well. I'm going to farm a little bit. Should be very fine at this point. I should be able to outpace I'm 1 off against the Wishcash. I wanted to Sludge Bomb here and then Brave Bird, but I chickened out, man. I chickened out. Maybe I should have, though. I still had energy on Skarmory, but it's whatever. Venusaur cleaning up there. You love to see it. The grass doing something. Alright, the decisive game number 3 again. We have Skarmory into Vigor. I lead Skarmory 3 times. Yes, I am original like that. And this time I brought the Wishcash. This is again where I want this. If there's Lantern in the back, I don't want Skarmory on this. I'm expecting his own Skarmory in the back. He's staying in this time. Let's see what I do here. I'm gonna go for a Sky Deck. I'll wait a turn here to make him think that I don't want him to catch this. But he actually no-shoots that, which is quite unfortunate. Not exactly what I was hoping for. He throws on a Rock Slide, I let it go. Gonna go for a far now with the Wishcash. I don't expect Altaria in the back. He swaps in the Skarmory. I swap in the extra drill immediately to answer this. Just in case, because I expect his own Wishcash or something in the back. If it's his Altaria, well played. I don't beat it anyway with extra drill. You actually get farmed down into 2 shields, which is stupid. You only win the 1 shields. That's Shadow extra drill. But yeah, that's just the nature of the fragile Pokemon, I guess. Gonna go for Charge Sec Purity again. This will knock out the Skarmory if unshielded. I'm not exactly sure what to shield here, though. I have to tell you something. I have to show you something. Because I made a mistake in this battle. Or actually before this battle. I have Wishcash on my team the entire time, but with the wrong moveset. Not great. So I cannot throw Mud Bomb anywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a Scald here to knock out the Skarmory. Let's see what he has in the back. Is it his Wishcash? That might be okay with an energy advantage that I have right now. And it is Gligar, actually. Did not expect that. Look at that. He waits. I waited as well, and I saw him waiting, so I just kept on mud-shooting, and then he failed the catch. I get into I get the farm down the Vigoroth, and then I should be able to get the 3 Scald here. I get a debuff even. The luxury. Imagine. At this point, I'm just shielding anything. I'm like, okay, he cannot win anymore. I just shield everything. That might actually be a mistake. That might actually be a huge mistake here. Scald comes through. It actually gets another debuff. He actually gets another dig here on Charge Sec Purity. Will this knock out? It's double debuff. If I didn't get the double debuff, I actually may have lost this. So, I actually did not think that through at all. Yeah, Scald comes through, will knock out the Gligar, and that is game over. Now, I must say, I did say afterwards, look, I made a mistake. I actually have Blizzard instead of Mud Bomb. I didn't use Mud Bomb, though. Do you want to take the win here? Like, because those are the rules. If I have a wrong moveset, he gets a win for that. And he said, nah, it's fine. You didn't need Mud Bomb anymore. It didn't change anything. So you can keep that win. And, well, that's fair. My final round is against 010 Diazen. This is someone new to our local tournaments, and I'm actually very excited about it because he lives very much nearby me. And I never really had a local PvP player nearby. I guess there's Tho, but you know, he's like 50 minutes on the bicycle or 20-minute drive, which is still local, I guess. Anyway, his team consists of core breakers, which is annoying. I keep building kind of weak to Alolan Sandslash. I haven't brought fire Pokemon lately, or fighter in this case as well. So I only have Wishcash to really check it. It's Power Snow, so my Venusaur, my Lickitung do worse there as well. I'm pretty sure that my Extra gets farmed down in the 2 shield, and then he also has like Whimsicott and Mandibuzz, Mantine, which are all wicked. I must say though, I really like the look of Shadow Extra here. So that's what we're gonna go with. Both of my flyers are pretty good here, honestly. Like, Mantine checks Whimsicott, Wishcash, and Mandibuzz. Skarmory, which I use here, is the flyer that's better against Alolan Sandslash. I actually win the 1-shoot here, straight Sky attack, so I'm gonna stay in here. But I don't intend on using shields because I obviously have that Shadow Extra Drill. Shadow Extra Drill with a shield up wins everything. So that's just what I'm going to do here. I'm going to wait a little bit, see if he tries to catch. Does not, does shield that. Brave Bird would, I think, almost knock out this Alolan Sandslash. And then this Ice Punch will knock out. And then gonna see what I can farm down with. I'm gonna go into Licky Tongue. I don't want to take the energy on the extra draw just yet. And the energy of this Licky Tongue is going to be useful later. If I have to like snipe with a Whiscash or something with a power whip. But licking down this Alone Senses takes a while actually. And my Licky Tongue actually is very low at this point. It's almost into the red. It's actually in the red once I finally take out the Alone Senslash. In comes Mandibus. This is a crucial misplay that you see right now. I did 1 lick instead of 2 licks. Which means that I don't have the Body Slam stored. In the back is the Shadow Whiscash. We've seen this before against Snail Man. This will do a load of damage. It's crazy. It's actually crazy how much it does. And I love to see it. So definitely gonna do that. Gonna go for Charge Tech Purity here because he hasn't thrown yet. So I guess I'll just take that last shield. Thank you very much. And I feel very confident at this point. In my head, I feel like I think I have the Body Slam ready on the Licky Tongue. So I think all I have to do is go for a Rock Slide on the Mandibus and I win the battle. But I just told you, I'm 1 lick off. And you'll see how I should have played. I could have played much different. Gonna try for Charge Tech Purity there. He doesn't throw ever, so he sneaks another Snow. It's whatever. I just wanted to get this Rock Slide off. This puts him into Body Slam range almost. And at this point, a Body Slam should knock out. So I think I'm fine here. He's an Area Ace, or double Area Ace, or Area Ace Dark Pulse. And then I see, wait, I'm 1 off. If this is Area Ace, I probably survive. But it's Dark Pulse. So, well played. Really a difference of 1 lick. In fact, if I knew I was 1 lick off, I could have just swapped Licky Tongue, like after throwing the Rock Slide, and just get there during a snarl. So, yeah, it happens. So every set played so far, I lost the first battle. Super annoying. Let's see if I can come back from it. I'm gonna bring Mantine this time as surprise core breaker to like his Whimsicott, Mandibus, and Whiscash. I lead it into Lantern. Fantastic. I have a good save switch though. We've seen earlier that Excadrill's not even the worst against Shadow Whiscash. He stays in however. And I wait there just to see if he wouldn't try to catch. He doesn't, so I'm gonna go for Drill Run. Take a shield here, very nice. Because this would almost threaten a knockout, so would this Surf, honestly. So let's shoot that up as well. And let's see what he's going to do. He's still staying in for a little bit. Very surprising. He's going to try to catch there, but I wait a turn. I'm not going to let that happen. I kind of want to win. I don't want to lose. So Rock Slide will do a little bit of a half damage here. A lot. And because of this energy lead, I can outpace him to 2 attacks. He's also going to throw his next attack on alignment. And I think for that reason, I'm able to outpace him to the next attack. I think he even baits with the areas, which is very smart. But it's not gonna help him. I'm 1 off. I shield that. Flip switch advantage. So here's the thing. If it's Alone Sense in the back, my Whiscash is going to clean up because he's super weak to Whiscash then. If it's anything else, my Mantine has play against whatever comes in next. So let's see what comes in. In comes Lantern. At this point, I'm 100% sure it's Alone Senseless because he cannot come in with Alone Senseless if he's down energy. I go in Whiscash. He comes in Alone Senseless. This is fine. So at this point, just go Mud Bomb, then like farm down or something, or just throw another one. Does so much damage. I could even try to catch, but I think it's only risky. So I'm just gonna like take this out, and then you know, the Lantern matchup should be fine. Yeah, I get the farm down exactly. He could have gone to 2 Ice Punch, I think, but he tried to go for 2 Drill Run. It's gonna do enough damage to threaten this Lantern, even for the Mantine. So. Or to have the Mantine even threaten the Lantern. He gives up. He knows it's over at that point. He went a little bit too weak to the Spice pick. Excadrill. Excadrill put in a lot of work there. Now, the final game. Let's see if I can finally win a freaking lead. And it is Whiscash into Alone Senseless. Great. Let's see what he's going to do, how he's going to play it out. This is a fine matchup for my Whiscash. I'm not exactly weak to it. He swaps into Mandibus. I'm going to go into my Skarmy immediately. My idea is if his Lantern in the back, I got to get rid of it. Just in case he will play another very weak line to the Whiscash. I think either way, what I don't want to do is just use the energy on my Whiscash on this. I'm very fine just sacrificing the Skarmy here. I don't need it. I want to keep all the shields for my Excadrill as well. So I'm going to go for Sky Attack here. See if he shield stats. I know this does... A Brave Bird would do like 40%, which is disappointing damage. Going to go for another one here. Not exactly why. I have nothing too much with it down with. Luckily, he shield stats. So a little bit of a sloppy play on my side. I probably should have gone for Brave Bird. But if I did Brave Bird, though, he would have farmed me down here, which would also not be great. So at least I did something. I did something. So gonna take this attack here and farm up a little bit more on the Mandibus. Dark Pulse puts me scary low against the Alone Senseless, though, so I'm not too happy about that. Scald coming through, this will knock out the Mandibus. He's already 1 shield down, so that's fine. Alone Senseless only has an Ice Punch, which will not knock me out. I also threw a Scald here. That's a bad play on my side, because this will not even put the Alone Senseless into the red like a Mud Bomb would, and then I could Mud Shield down. Now he can still get to an attack on my Excadrill. He swaps into his own Shadow Whiscash, which I definitely didn't expect, since he came in with the Alone Senseless into my Whiscash. but drone does so much damage here, so I'm very fine. Just landing one, farming down, get 2 attacks on the alone sensors. I should be fine. You can see here we'll get to another one, but I have 2 shields. Shield advantage, extra draw is just bellissimo. Mob bomb. And then alone sensor comes back in. I will get 2 drone here, and I will seal the deal. If I threw a mob bomb there, I probably didn't even need to throw these charge attacks. So yeah, it's charge superiority tie on the drone, but extra draw is like 140 attack against. I think alone sensor is like 117. So yeah, you win charge attack priority against like everything with extra draw. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to play it, and actually was better than I thought it would be. So yeah, that was the video. Some nice shadow extra draw action. I think it was better than it looked like, really. And maybe I'll use it again in a future tournament. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.